I'm recording a video.
I was looking at your face.
Ain't intended, but do you feel the same? Lovers, late at night, I will be right here too. Out of sight, love is under.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Imani P from the DMV. You know where I'm at, you know where I be, and welcome to my channel imaniversus, where I talk about music, culture, and more. So today I'm doing my makeup and I'm gonna meet my friends from out of town. They're in town to see Beyonce, and of course they're gonna hang out with me while they're in town. So that's what I'm getting ready for. Also today, y'all, we're going to be talking about Sexyy Red. And why does everybody have a problem with her? And, you know, just my analysis, my opinions, you know, some research all combined in this little video. Yeah, let's get started. So, guys, for those of y'all who do not know, you know I love me some formalities.
I'd rather we just skip the formalities.
Sexyy Red is an American rapper and songwriter from St. Louis, Missouri. I believe that she garnered her first viral moment for creating her version of Vanessa Carlton's 1,000 Miles called 1,000 Jugs. And you don't know what song I'm talking about? Like, you know, remember the song that Marlon and Shawn Wayans singing, White Chicks, or, you know, me making my way downtown, run it, that song. That's the song that she remixed. I think the first time I seen Sexyy Red was in Summer Walker's music video last year. I think it was like Sukihana was in it too. It was like the sense that God gave you, don't meet me round, yo man, when she was like pregnant. I'm sure y'all seen that too, because it was kind of like a cute little like popular moment last year, because everyone was like, why is Summer Walker rapping? And it was really ghetto, y'all. I'm sorry, it was really ratchet. But it was interesting to watch and consume, you know. I think recently she just got her like mainstream success. Like now she's actually being talked about. People know who she is from the song Pound Town, which came out like late 2022, early 2023. And it's been remixed recently by Trinidadian rapper and songwriter Nicki Minaj. We all know her. She's a recurring thing on this channel, you know. Maybe I'll finally do a video on her one day. Probably not. So a little bit more background on Sexyy Red. She got her stage name from her childhood nickname Red. You can, you know, infer from there why she's called Red and why everything she does is red, 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 and, you know, gang culture. Anyway, and the name Sexy just came from her just, you know, thinking that she's a very sexy woman. So Sexyy Red, you know, very cute, very easy. I like that. She started rapping in 2019 after her boyfriend and baby daddy cheated on her, and she just made a diss track about him, and that's how that came about. So, you know, men are good for something. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. She states that her influences are Gucci Mane, Juicy J, and Project Pat. And she said growing up that she just used to do hair. Her mother did hair. She said she's been doing her hair since she was a kid, you know, made a lot of money from it. She was like that girl that you see in town, that you will go get your hair done to. Like, you're the girl in the neighborhood, the girl in the city. So she just used to do that even up until like recently, like when she was pursuing her rap career. She was still doing hair, and she says she still does hair sometimes. I'm not sure if she does her own hair or she just does other people's hair, but she says that she still be doing hair, so I'm guessing her own. So, you know, I like that a lot. I want to learn how to do my own hair, you know, but right now I'm just learning how to do my own nails. So one thing at a time. Miss Sexyy Red has 2 projects out currently. So she has Ghetto Superstar that dropped in 2021 and Hood Hottest Princess that dropped in 2023, and it debuted at 123 on the charts. Okay, so now the latter half of the video, I have 3 points, actually 4. So the first point is just the overall arching point. Why does Sexyy Red bother you all? Please. Like, please tell me, why does she bother you all so much? I don't get it. So we're going to talk about the ghetto ratchet behavior that people say that she has. The disrespect that she gets from just people around just because of what they perceive her as. Her vulgar music. And how y'all just keep coming from her looks. Because I'm actually tired of that. That's why I made this video. So let's get started from the first point. So when Sexyy Red first came out on Pound Town, first got popular, everyone was talking about how she's setting black women back 100 years, 400 years. She's really ghetto. She's really ratchet. All the stuff from the book. Y'all, who cares? I'm sorry. I understand where you guys are coming from, but I don't think you guys understand that she's not the spokesperson for like black people, black women, women from the environment that she comes from. So I don't understand why you're putting like so many people, so many multifaceted people on Sexyy Red. So I just really don't care. I think she opens another new lane of being your authentic self in the rap community, in the female rap community, where you can be, ghetto and ratchet. And it's not like, I'm not saying that we don't have that already with the rap girls, but we all know that most of the rap girls are coming from New York, so that's a different environment, or coming from the South, that's a different environment, coming from the suburbs, that's a different environment. There's barely any women that are actually from the community that Sexyy Red is representing currently, other than like Glorilla, but she, more from the South. Missouri's up more. It's the South, but it's up more. You know what I mean? So, different environment, different community. There's a different demographic of women that can relate to her, and I just don't really understand why that's such an issue with you all when you guys have so many rap women that y'all listen to that are just as vulgar, just as ghetto acting, ratchet acting, but they from the suburbs. So I guess that's okay for them since they from the suburbs. You don't want a real person from that area to do it, That's all I have to say about that. Next thing I want to talk about is the disrespect she receives because people view her the way that they do. And I'm going to talk about how just like lately, just some videos I've watched or some things I've seen lightly on social media, because I'm on there only sometimes through like the computer. But on Lil Yachty, who is a rapper from Atlanta and songwriter, a Safe Space podcast, and his little co-host just excusing her essay that she wanted to talk about just because they didn't want to get into it themselves. Why is your podcast called the Safe Space Podcast? But they wanted to talk about the shootout she's been in, but you don't want to talk about the essay. And then even with Say Cheese, we all know what Say Cheese is that little like internet blog that just a little internet blog that we've seen around for years, that be taking people's tweets and saying, they be like, thoughts? Let me stop, because they definitely took my tweets in the past of like different music and comments I made about music and be like, what do y'all think? If you don't give me my credit anyway. The interviewer on that, she was talking about having postpartum because she has a child, and he didn't want to talk about that, but he wanted to address the cheating that her baby daddy was doing. It's just kind of weird how they just move past like this black woman's like pain as a woman, postpartum, and dealing with SA, as a person, people deal with that a lot, but they want to talk about her lifestyle with shootouts and gangs and cheating and stuff. I think they do that because they don't perceive her as a woman that they value their feelings and stuff like that. Like, I bet you a woman like Lauren London said that stuff, they'll be more inclined to listen and talk about it. You know what I mean? I don't know if I have the verbiage or y'all understand, but I feel like y'all see what I'm trying to say, okay? Okay, let's go to the next point. This is under the disrespect category. Her looks. Well, I don't really understand why y'all hate like black women's like black features or darker skinned women in general in the black community, because I think she looks pretty. From the jump when she first came out, y'all came for the fact that she had acne, like y'all yourselves don't have acne or pimples, which I don't understand. Y'all came for the fact that she looked like a man, just like how y'all did like Glorilla. Just y'all don't like black features on black women, you like them on non-black women. We all know this. I just wanted to just highlight this because y'all do this because of the environment she's coming from, because she's a monoracial black woman, you know, she's darker skin. Like, it's a lot of things to it. I'm tired of y'all like debating her looks online. It reminds me of the Glorilla thing all over again. It's distasteful, it's nasty. We need to move on from that. I think she looks pretty. There's nobody can be ugly nowadays. That's why I just don't really understand about the internet anymore. There's nobody out there that's truly ugly nowadays, because we all know how to do our makeup, we all know how to do hair, nails, we all know how to dress, we all know how to do a whole bunch of stuff now, because everything's accessible and easy to learn. So I don't really understand what ugly is now, other than just your personality at this point, because you can't fake the personality for too long. So anyway, I just want to talk about that. She looks pretty. Stop hating. Okay, now the last point, her music and how I feel about it. No, I'm not a super fan of her music. It is super vulgar, it is, and I listen to vulgar music all the time. I just don't think I'm a fan of it because I can't really relate to her environment and where she comes from in general. But I think her music is bad. I haven't listened to it enough to really think it's bad, and she hasn't been out even for a year for me to understand like where her trajectory is gonna go. If I want to make an early prediction, I can say like, yeah, maybe she's not gonna make it too far because it's a little too niche, and I think it's not gonna like stand the test of time. Just kind of like how a lot of artists are out now that they have like a little 5-6 year shelf life, and then after that. But I can't really tell you right now. I'm still kind of watching her too. I just wanted to do this video to just talk about the controversy behind her being her authentic self. You know what I mean? I think that's all the points I wanted to make about Sexyy Red, her music. But I feel like what y'all think is wrong with her is what I think y'all should be asking, like, what is wrong with the government? You know, because she's just a product of her environment. What's wrong with the government, and what's wrong with systematic racism? That's what we should be asking, not what's wrong with Sexyy Red. I just, you know, I'm not a big fan of her either, y'all. I don't listen to her music like that. I don't really relate to her. She is very polarizing, but I just don't really get the negative comments online about her. It's just kind of weird to me. If I don't really subscribe to something or like something, I don't talk about it, you know? And that's what I want people to start practicing more. You don't have to care about what's going on just because it's theirs. Just scroll past it, or just don't really read about it or look at the video or read the tweet. I do it all the time. I miss a lot of pop culture moments because it's just some things I just don't care about, you know? So I don't subscribe to it. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. This is my look at the end. If you saw me talking throughout this video, it's because I was on the phone while I was doing my makeup. Anyway, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel and this video. Make sure you check out my Spotify, lots of playlists, updating often, and check out all my medias. And thank you very much for watching. New video coming soon. Peace out, A-Town.
Standing, get it right. What I need for you is everlasting. Lovers at night, I might regret the day. What's it worth? Yeah, can't keep on no more, especially when I'm sober. I won't lie.